the question I was going to ask today for everybody is, in the last 30 days, how many hours would you guess you have spent on marketing outreach, actually reaching out to people to further your exposure? And this question was specifically, when I was thinking about it, was to Neil Santos from the Pentatonic Way, his guitar academy. He's got an amazing product. And so Neil, if you're watching this in the future, I'm calling you because I know this has been a thing that you've struggled with, is the actual outreach. And, if you have a product that is mostly done or fully done, and 20% of your weekly energy is not going into relationship building and marketing outreach, then you're going to have a cash flow problem. Like, there's no doubts. If you're not actively spending time reaching out, making new contacts, creating those connections with other people that can help further your message out in the world, if 20% of your energy is not going towards fostering or building new relationships and pathways, then you're going to have a cash flow problem. And so if you have 20 hours a week, then having 5 hours or 4 hours a week that is dedicated to licensing partnerships, building those types of relationships, finding places that you can be a guest or contribute, or you can find affiliates to help promote your course. Like, all of these things are really, really important. And I mean, for me, especially in my earlier days of like selling my meditations, I always thought it was like Field of Dreams, that if I build it, they will come. And that was never the case. It always, like, my success always came when I did tons and tons of cold outreach to companies for licensing, partners for affiliates, or doing podcast interviews and that sort of thing. Like, it was always when I was actively doing it, and I would do it in stints. Sometimes I would do it, and, I'd have a week where I was feeling confident and I did a ton of marketing. That always brought in more money than those months where I was just feeling lazy and not doing the marketing. So if you want to make money with the thing that you're selling, you got to spend at least 20% of your energy. And I would say posting on Facebook and Instagram, that does not count as your 20%. Unless you can prove to me that is, if you're paying yourself $100 an hour, just as a nice round number, for every hour you're scrolling or posting or creating content for social media, if that money is not being returned, by at least double, if you're not getting that money back and double that, it's a waste of time. If you're spending 10 hours a week with content on social media and you're not getting $2,000 back a week, stop it. Just stop it. Because you're just throwing your time, energy, talent, creativity. It's all going out the window. So I would say stop feeding that hole and instead start investing in one-to-one relationships with people or organizations or leaders, because that is where you're going to make your money. That's where you want to invest your time. End speech.